Hello everyone. I'm going to tell you another lesson and story today from the Lakota Way, Stories and Lessons for Living, Native American Wisdom on Ethics and Character by Joseph M. Marshall III. Here he's talking about stories his grandfather had told him on perseverance. So the lesson today is on perseverance. There was a young man, he said, who had a hard time doing anything for himself. So out of concern, his family waited on him hand and foot. But that only made matters worse. After a time, the young man couldn't or wouldn't get out of his own bed. Eventually, he wouldn't take the trouble to lift a spoon to his mouth when meals were brought to him, so his sister had to feed him. The years passed, and the young man became an adult who was like a helpless infant. He had to be bathed and dressed, and of course hand-fed every day. And as his parents grew older, it was difficult for them to care for him. And his younger sister passed up offers of marriage in order to care for her lazy brother. For that's all he was, simply lazy. In time, the lazy man's parents died, and he finally decided the best thing that he could do for his sister was to be taken to his grave to wait to die himself. The entire village agreed it was the only honorable thing for him to do, so his sister tearfully agreed. On the appointed day, as he was being carried to his grave, a distraught relative stopped his pallbearers, offering a gift of armloads of corn in an effort to stop the man from killing himself. The lazy man asked if the corn was husked. The answer was no. Then the lazy man said to his pallbearers, "Keep going." My grandfather was, of course, modestly saying that he didn't want to be thought of as a lazy man, but he was also saying that if one doesn't find a way to do what is necessary, it's easier the next time to find a way not to act. Furthermore, if one can do the necessary and sometimes seemingly mundane things, one has it within himself or herself to persevere when it becomes necessary. In the 1964 Tokyo Olympics, Billy Mills, the Oglala Lakota Pine Ridge Sioux long-distance runner competing for the United States, found a way to persevere when no one, especially his coaches, thought he could keep up with the other runners, much less win. He won the gold medal in the grueling 10,000-meter race. Lloyd Moses, a Sicangu Lakota Rosebud Sioux, rose to the rank of Major General in the United States Army in the 1960s. The first of his tribe to do so, and one of a few Native Americans to achieve flag rank in any branch of the United States military. Dr. Ben Rifle, another Rosebud Sioux, was elected to and served several terms in the U.S. House of Representatives in the late 1950s and early 1960s. After that stint, he served as a consultant to the National Park Service. Billy Mills had several reasons to reach down deep inside and find a new way to persevere. The most immediate were his competitors, the other runners. But the most compelling reason was the attitude of the coaches, who didn't think that Mills was in the same class as his competitors. Lieutenant Mills, as he was in the United States Marine Corps at the time, won his race and proved a point. There is virtually nothing that can defeat perseverance, not fatigue, not pain, and not prejudice. Major General Lloyd Moses and Dr. Ben Rifle achieved military rank and political stature at a time when many Americans assumed that Native Americans couldn't succeed in American society. How and why did they succeed? Ability and hard work certainly had much to do with their achievements, as is the case with anyone who succeeds. But because of what they were, Lloyd Moses, Ben Rifle, and Billy Mills had an added obstacle: the expectation that they would eventually fail. Of course, when someone is expected to fail, there is little encouragement, and when encouragement from others is largely absent, people like Moses, Rifle, and Mills find it where it is most readily available, from within. That is the first step to perseverance. I hope you enjoyed the story for today and the lesson, and we'll see you the next time for Story Time with LTA.